Well, we'll kick off with this political story coming from Akwa Ibom State, where the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress there, Mr. Nsima Ekere, has decried the infrastructure deficit in the state, especially in rural areas. Mr. Ekere, who stated this during his campaign to Ikono and Ini local government area, says the affected communities are among the 8 declared as special development areas that require special infrastructure interventions. He's asked the people to support his ambition of becoming governor in order to realize the promises.
And our governor to be Nsima Ekere.
Odoro Ikpe, the administrative headquarters of Ini local government, hosts a large crowd of residents and enthusiastic supporters of the All Progressives Congress as the Nsima Ekere campaign train storms the area.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Leaders of the party across board, including its senatorial candidate, Senator Govt, are here. It's another opportunity for the candidates to woo the people and explain why they should be voted into power.
Are you going to vote people to see people? Government should tell the truth. You vote for a government of transformation, a government of integrity. You vote for President Buhari of integrity and Nsima Ekere of integrity.
The governorship candidate promises more development to the area to complement his efforts while in charge of the Niger Delta Development Commission.
We have come up with several things, a lot of programs to make sure it may affect Mewo positively once the new government starts. That's why I'm very happy that all of you in Ini came out. My appeal to you is that get your PVCs, get ready, and vote APC from top to bottom.
New members who recently defected from opposition parties, including the governorship candidate of the All Alliance Grand Party, are received.
Receive empowerment. My son, receive prosperity.
From Ini to Ikono, a neighboring local government area, another encouraging turnout. The APC receives another set of defectors from other parties.
500 defectors. Mr. Gaddafi, you are welcome into the party.
Again, the governorship candidate asks the people to support his ambition.
And so what I would do when I become governor is to declare these 2 local governments, in addition to 6 other local governments in the state, as special development areas, so that we can concentrate on these areas and ensure that we can uplift the standard of living and provide them with the needed infrastructure. That's basically what this program is all about.
Ini and Ikono are believed to be among the strongholds of the All Progressives Congress in Akwa Ibom State. The party says it is assured that the support will also reflect at the polls.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So let's touch base in Imo State, where public primary and secondary schools in the state will soon get a facelift. According to the state governor, Relocates, the government is committing 7.5 billion naira to the project and assures that it is putting in place measures to ensure the renovation and remodeling of the schools is complete before it leaves office on May the 29th.
Students from primary and secondary school in the large numbers gather at the Heroes Square in Owerri, the Imo State capital, for the official flag-off of the distribution of free school bags put together by the state government. The arrival of the wife of the state governor, Mrs. Ketso, signaled the commencement of this all-important state event. More interestingly is the choice of their costume. The governor's wife and other state functionaries at the event are all dressed in school uniforms. According to the Commissioner for Basic and Secondary School Education, Mrs. Florence Emenalo, the gesture is part of the numerous achievement of the state government, which is not only to give free education, but quality and quantitative education to students of state-owned primary and secondary schools.
A lot of programs have been launched by the present government, which included No Teacher, No School, Total Child Adoption, Our Children, Our Future. His Excellency, classy and aesthetic values have brought about this renovation and remodeling of schools in the state to create favorable and conducive child-friendly learning environment with computers and ICT strength.
For Imo State Governor Relocates, education remains the key to development and greatness.
I will release immediately the sum of 1 billion naira for the children in primary and secondary school of Imo State for their pocket money. In this case, I will also approve the immediate release of 1 school bag to every child in primary school and every child in secondary school, which the teachers will collect now.
And now to the unveiling and distribution of the school bags to students.
I want to wear you this school bag, believing that it is well with you, my daughter. Go forth and conquer in Jesus' name.
Congratulations.
The event witnessed march past and several cultural displays by students. Hopefully this gesture will act as a boost to their performance in education.
And to security matters now, the Acting Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamo, is calling on all Nigerians who are in unlawful possession of illegal weapons to immediately return such weapons voluntarily to police stations or public armory nearest to them. A press statement signed by the Force's Public Relations Officer, Frank Mba, says intelligence reports indicates the presence of huge quantity of arms in unlawful possession of some Nigerians and the desperation of some citizens to acquire more arms. The statement adds that with immediate effect, the Inspector General of Police has placed an embargo on the issuance of new licenses for designated arms throughout the country. It further advises Nigerians to take advantage of the voluntary arms return window and do the right thing, as there will be dire consequences for defaulters. Now, after suffering decades of perennial flooding, Ketso community in Mokwa local government area of Niger State has got a new settlement area acquired by the state government. Well, the land located in Chegama, a nearby upland community in the same local government area, is expected to accommodate more than twice the present population of Ketso. Well, this is according to the government, in line with the current administration's plan to resettle all riverine communities in the state before the next rainy season. Our correspondent, Emperor Simon, tells the story.
In 2018, 3 persons were killed in Ketso community as a result of flood disaster. The state government is therefore moving to tackle a recurrence. This is Ketso community during the rainy season. Many areas suffered from the 2018 flood disaster in Niger State. Residents tell the tale of hardship when it rains, an experience they've been dealing with for decades.
Our farmland was submerged, our domestic animals, source of livelihood.
We and Ketso were all the same thing. And we too were pitting there for the flood disaster when we used to disturb them every year. And we are praying for them to come here and meet us.
The state government is staying true to its promise to relocate vulnerable communities, as officials of the State Ministry of Lands and Housing visit Chegama to sign a memorandum of understanding with the village head for the acquisition of land. The team also compensate the people for their land.
Land anywhere in Nigeria, belongs to somebody, and then in every state is the governor that controls who now delegate to whoever or assign. So for the purpose of that, if the people of Chegama, they are hosts to Ketso people, but the land being donated to them need to be compensated for these people to properly take over.
It's a dream come true for the people of Ketso community, not knowing what flood waters 2019 will bring.
From the look of things, we are very, very happy. I think I cannot express the type of happiness we are experiencing now.
I'm very, very appreciative. Based on this arrangement, they are made for our people.
The Chegama people are happy to welcome their new neighbors, and they hope for a peaceful coexistence. The land area is expected to be cleared and demarcated by the state government for onward allotment to each beneficiary.
His Excellency Alhaji Abubakar Sani Bello has provided for so many social amenities to be on this site, and it's usual of Mr. Governor to provide such services in anywhere we want to relocate people. Such services include provision of road, provision of water, provision of electricity, provision of schools, provision of hospitals, and so on.
This new site, which is about 59 hectares of land, is expected to provide accommodation. The state government has also said that it will make available the basic amenities in this place, and it is expected to take off before the next rainy season. Emperor Simon, Channels Television News.
Well, staying in the northern region, the Nasarawa state government has commenced the production of fertilizer, which is customized to suit its soil texture. Governor Tanko Almakura said the initiative is in line with the federal government's diversification initiative aimed at ensuring food security and reducing the nation's dependence on oil.
In 2016, the federal government signed a memorandum with Morocco as part of its diversification policy to enable self-sufficiency in fertilizer production. In 2017, the Nasarawa state government keyed into the initiative through a partnership with China, where fertilizer blending plants were procured. According to Governor Tanko Almakura, the idea is not just fertilizer production, but a blend which is suitable to the soil texture of the state and also to tutor agriculture students on the blending process.
We brought the technical team, the soil department from Beidou in China to study Nasarawa state soil so that the kind of fertilizer that will be produced will be conducive to the kind of soil that we have. This will be the very first of its kind in the country, where fertilizer is customized in line with the soil texture and soil nature.
The plants are now fully installed in the 3 senatorial districts of the state with 100 tons per hour capacity. 70% of the population in Nasarawa are farmers, and there has been shortfalls in the supply of fertilizer to farmers. Governor Tanko Almakura, while inspecting the plant in Lafia, expresses confidence that with this development, the challenge will be tackled ahead of the coming farming season, as fertilizer will be available at subsidized rates for farmers.
We will be able to produce about 100 tons per hour. I believe at this rate, we will not only supply Nasarawa state farmers with fertilizer, we will be able to handle even our neighboring states with the fertilizer that will be produced from Nasarawa state.
With the target production capacity, the governor expresses optimism that the quantity will meet the demand of farmers and thereby ensure food security in the state, in addition to exporting the product as a way of scaling up the state's revenue base. Halima Gayam, Channels Television News.